Hi everybody, this is Carol Sherwood. Welcome to Steven Avery, The Devil is in the Details. I want to continue our series on phone records don't lie. This episode is on one phone call. It's got me a little bit puzzled, and it may puzzle you too, but I think it definitely raises some eyebrows. I can't resist sometimes. If you go look at Teresa Halbach's cell phone records, this is from her AT&T records, all right? Kathleen Zellner obtained the records in 2017, and those records go from the beginning of 05 all the way through 11/1. Now, were it my investigation, I would want every phone call that existed until that phone got cut off, which I think was around 11/17 or so from what I have read. Because just in case, they say, killers show back up to the scene or whatever. Just in case there's odd phone calls coming in, people not knowing she's missing, leaving messages, possibly, and just seeing what comes in. But it only goes through 11/1. There is one entry on 11/1 that is interesting to say the least. At 4:59 p.m. on 11/1, that's Tuesday, after she has not been seen or heard from after midday on Monday, the 31st. So on Tuesday, 11/1 at 4:59 p.m., Teresa's cell phone record shows her phone calling her voicemail and checking voicemails for 52 seconds. That entry is identical to every other voicemail check entry on those records. So somebody could say, oh, you're reading that wrong. Oh, it's a whatever. Nope, it's a check in the voicemail. You can look on either side of that phone call and see it's not like it's switching carriers like some of them do, and they're exactly the same time frame and you can see, the switch. That's not it. It is a direct call from her number to her voicemail, checking voicemails for 52 seconds. Now, that's day one that she's been gone. Guilters who think Steven Avery's guilty might say, well, Steven had her phone. Steven had her phone and he could have dialed it and gotten her voicemails. Well, I guess he could have. He'd have to know her password or code to get in. It's not completely impossible, but there's just something worth exploring there because it's not addressed. And I think that's important. 4:59 on 11/1, Teresa's cell phone calls her voicemail for 52 seconds, just like every other voicemail check in the entire year. And it's right there on the AT&T records. So, who, what, where, when, how, what? I don't know. But it's certainly worth taking a look at from somebody in authority, that's for sure. If that phone voicemail was checked from an outside line, that would not show up coming from her cell phone. If it was, for example, being checked by whoever from the landline at Teresa's home, that wouldn't show up there for two reasons. One, that landline's not an AT&T line. It's not going to be on the AT&T bill. But you'd still have to have a password or a code, some kind of PIN, something. And it wasn't unusual to have to dial an 800 general voicemail number that you go through to check your voicemail back then. So, what do you think? What do you think? I think it's odd. And I know something else. Phone records don't lie.